morning and thank you for joining us. We've been absent for a little while, so welcome back to the channel. We've had some big things going on. We have moved, so we packed up our suburban life and we have moved to the country. We've moved to central Victoria, on 12.5 acres. Completely new life for us, but we're very happy. We've moved a whole heap of stuff ourselves, but it's actually moving day to day. So Rick's down in Melbourne with the truck, and they should be on their way up here soon. So pretty exciting. I'll show you around. So this will be a work in progress for us over the next few months and couple of years. I have big plans for a garden bed or garden patch in this paddock here. So just off from the 3 main tanks. So we'll build a greenhouse and quite an extensive veggie garden in here, not too far from the house. I'm not sure what we'll do down there. We've got 2 horses coming next week, or next Saturday and the Saturday after. So they will go up here with the sheep in the back paddock. We've got some work to do with fencing first. So this is the chook house. It's pretty rustic, which I don't mind actually, but it's not very big. So all we have at the moment is one chook. And Ron Rooster is having a dirt bath there. On you, Ron. And one chook. So we have plans for more. But we need to do some work on the chook shed. We need to renovate. We'll probably recycle the 2 bird aviaries on each end, but make those doors walk in, so you don't have to hunch over to get inside. And at the moment, they only have this half because there's no little doorway in there. So we'll remove that and we'll extend it all the way out to that fence and all the way out to here as well. This is where we'll store our horse feed and hay for the sheep. And eventually we'll put a gate in there so we can access the horses and for farrier, etc. And we'll build a shelter just around the corner here, or just in here somewhere. So that's pretty exciting. This is the garden that we've brought with us. And I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. Alright, just walking up to the back porch, so I just thought I'd show you what's going on with my pots. So here I've got some chamomile. This horrible thing is going. Geranium, some chili plants. So over here by the step I've got all my strawberry plants. Now Rick's digging holes here because we're building a dog fence. So this will be where the gate is, up to the front, with our lovely fake lawn. So here I've got some herbs. I've got my lemon balm. So that's what I make my laundry detergent with. I've got some sage, some lemon thyme, some hot and spicy oregano, some chives, some pizza thyme, some basil, some mint, some Thai basil that's looking very, very thirsty. And over here is my parsley and my spinach. I think that's just about done. I was going to harvest that and chop it and freeze it, but I did never get around to it. We've just been so busy packing and unpacking and moving and toing and froing that I just have really neglected my garden. What can you see, sweetheart? Is there a kangaroo up there? It could have been a bird. She hates birds. Alright. So the front yard, there's some work to do here as well. But I don't mind that because I love gardening. So there's a little bit of a garden across the front of the house. I don't know what this tree is, but it's quite pretty. If anyone knows what this is, oops, let me know. Bit of a garden down there by the fence. We don't really know where the van's going at this point, so that will stay there for the time being. Yeah, I think this is, I've got this buried, and it's coming from grey water under the house. So that's kind of cool. We were planning to run our grey water out anyway. I think that pump connects to the dam. And yeah, around here there's a little bit of a garden. Needs some work. An old plough. Certainly doesn't take long to dry out. When we looked at this house in winter, it was beautiful and green and lush, and a couple of hot days and everything's starting to turn brown. Good old Australian summers. A couple of days later, and here we're all set up for Andy, who's arriving today. So we've got our lucerne and mixed chaff, some pasture hay, some low sugar lucerne hay. Yeah, oh good. And so this is Andy. There you go. You're the bestest boy, aren't you? Are you the bestest little Shetland pony? What can you see? Ooh, hello. Hello there. We inherited 5 sheep with this property. We think that 4 of them are Dorpers, but only 2 of them had shed. The other 3 were really overgrown, and we had no idea how long since they'd been shorn or drenched or whatever. So we decided that with the hot weather coming, we should probably get them shorn and drenched. So we got in contact with a mobile shearer, but it took 3 of us 2 days to round them up and get them into the pen. Andy's the best sheep herder. He doesn't want any sheep in his paddock. She got in before and he chased her out. So we're down to 1. She's just tried to jump the fence, so I've got Andy's lead. Rick and Kay had tackled the sheep as it tried to go through the fence. The only thing stopping it was the amount of wool on its back. I headed over with Andy's lead, and it took the 3 of us to walk and push this really wild sheep back down through the paddock into the next paddock and into the pen with the others. So it wasn't the best day for shearing sheep. It turned out to be about 33 degrees, and not being used to human contact or being shorn before, the girls fought every step of the way. I think he really earned his money, but he got it done, and I think the girls are much more comfortable now. one is a dorper, and you can see it's real fibre, like really fibrous, and it looks like little spikes. I'll try and do a close up. But yeah, as opposed to, now where's that other wool? Rick's moved it all. Here we go. So this one here is, yeah, your normal wool. It's very, very different. It's really greasy. You can feel all the lanolin in there. But yeah, very different. So that's the normal wool, and that's the dorper wool. Yeah. I'm going to head back inside now because it's still pretty warm, and yeah, not sure whether I'll end the video there or we'll do some more tomorrow, but let's see how we go. 2 days ago, we just fed the dogs and we were sitting on the back porch, and Rick was installing some solar festoon lights, and I noticed that Zeus was a little bit restless, but he has an autoimmune disease of his claws, which means they lift and fall off, and just leave these really, really painful raw nail beds. Anyway, so I thought that it was that because he had a nail that was lifting and causing him some distress. And then he threw up. So I let him off the back porch and onto the grassy area, and he came down to the horse yard and sat behind the tanks and vomited some white foam. At that point I knew there was something seriously wrong. At that same time, our power had gone out and we had no Starlink and no phone service, because our Telstra booster obviously needs electricity. So I had no way of contacting any vet or anybody. So we just bundled him up in the car really quickly with Zena and headed to our nearest vet, which is about, I don't know, 25 kilometres away. And I rang them when we had service, which was about halfway, and they came back in. They were absolutely amazing. They came back in, and it turned out that that's Andy next to me. I'll show you in a minute. He's just having a play with his hay net. It turned out that Zeusy had GDV, or bloat, which is a life-threatening situation. So he had emergency surgery pretty much straight away. We were really lucky that we got it so quickly, because he wouldn't have lasted much longer. Definitely keep you informed of how we go. And yeah, I'm very excited to be bringing him home. He's my baby, as you all know, and I thought I was going to lose him. So yeah. He's such a good boy. There's your drip. There you go. My special baby. Well, Scooby didn't come home yesterday. We had a minor setback. He had a spike in his temp and he vomited, and the vet was a little bit concerned. There's so many complications with bloat surgery, so he just wanted to keep him for a little bit longer. But this morning he improved and we brought you home, didn't we, buddy? Anyway, so while he's been resting here, I've made another batch of soap and some dish soap, and we've just been having a quiet afternoon in, haven't we, mate? So it's been a really big week for us. I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed what we've been up to over the last couple of weeks, and we'll see you on the next one.